name is Damon, and today we're talking about the S.O.C.S Movement. W.O.W Radio team, and we are doing the S.O.C.S PSA promo, all that good stuff. It's this is really truly amazing. I have to tell you, like, I never envisioned it even getting to this point. Like, I just wanted to give some socks away to some folks, and look what God will do if you're willing. It's pretty cool. S.O.C.S stands for So Others Can Keep Striding. S.O.C.S, yeah, it really just happened organically. It was kind of like a fluke, but a good fluke. I recently joined the church, Alfred Street Baptist Church in Alexandria, Virginia, and I was just anxious to give to the congregation. I wanted to be a part of the body and contribute. So I joined one of the discipleship groups, and they sent an email out announcing that the church would be turning into or hosting a men's shelter. So I signed up to volunteer, help prepare the meals, and spend the night with the gentlemen. That night, they just kind of, I think they knew one another. A lot of them were familiar with one another, so they were in conversation most of the night. And a large part of the conversation centered around socks. Not just undergarments, but specifically socks. And it kind of was, I guess, to me a little peculiar, because I figured of all the things that you would think someone would really pay attention to if they're living, outside, on the street, you would think food, shelter, but they talked a lot about socks. So eventually I fell off to sleep, and when I woke up the next morning, I was thinking about socks as well, and the name or the acronym just kind of popped in my head: So Others Can Keep Striding. And I was like, hey, that's socks. Wow, that's pretty cool. And I just kind of hopped up, went about my day, and forgot about it. Until maybe a year or so, though, after a year later, I was building Steam America, and things were tight at that moment. Things were getting a little tough, and all I could think was, I want to give. I didn't have much to give. I had this idea that I kind of slept on for a year. So I said, let me try to see if people will do this socks thing. And to my surprise, the first few people I reached out to, it was really crazy, because they would be like, man, do you realize I just gathered up all these socks and was about to give them away? Or, my godsister was like, I just told my husband that he had to clean out his sock drawer. And so those coincidences caused me to really think, like, maybe there's something to this. And here we are. The mission is very simple. We collect socks, we give them away. At some point, I'd like for it to grow maybe to something more. When we're maybe combating homelessness on a broader scale, or we're offering more supplies or resources to folks that are out there as well. 2014 was a great year. That's when we kicked everything off, around about end of June, early July, with a goal to collect 1,000 pair of brand new socks for homeless citizens in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. I'm pleased to report that we exceeded that goal, and we actually collected 1,167 pair of socks for our homeless citizens, and so that's really exciting. The vision, well, our primary goal is to raise 4,000 pair of socks for the homeless this year, and also to expand our offerings if possible. So we want to give out small hygiene products, toothpaste, soaps, things of that nature, even feminine hygiene products for our women who are out in the streets. I'm really excited to be teaming up with W.O.W Radio to host our first event in the spring. And we hope to galvanize more organizations around this movement and really see where we can go. Again, this is a grassroots at its very core, and so I don't have necessarily a 5-year plan. Right now, our goal is 4,000 pair, and I'm really excited actually just to see where the momentum is going to take this thing. Our movement serves all homeless people. We don't pay attention to race, color, creed, age, or anything like that. Our goal is just to spread love. And by giving away socks, that's our medium just to be in contribution to other people. And we have a couple of different ways that folks can join the movement. You can order via our Target registry. I have folks that reach out to me via email and say, hey Damon, what's the P.O. box address? I just want to send you a box of socks. And we're in the process of initiating a new method of donation, which is our S.O.C.S boxes. And so what we're going to do is partner with churches, schools, different organizations in the community, and basically set up a box with some, some flyers and some promotions, some signage. So when people come to that business or that church or that workplace, they can go ahead and drop a pair or a pack of socks in the box. It's actually really simple, which is great. We either promote it through social media. I reach out to my friends and family, and we just simply ask people to donate socks. Preferably new socks. Used socks just won't do. I know a lot of times we have socks that are gently used and all that good stuff, but the folks who we are donating to prefer new socks, and so I would like to give them the very best. As of 2012, approximately 633,000 Americans were homeless. Of those, 51% were male, 24% female, and unfortunately the fastest growing subset of the homeless population was children with families. If there are some individuals who want to partner with us, they want us to donate some of the socks that we have surplus to their organization, they can reach out to us on the website as well at S.O.C.K.S Movement.org, or you can email us directly at S.O.C.K.S Movement@gmail.com. Anyone who wants to give back is the perfect candidate to give back, but schools are perfect. Because I think one great thing about working with schools is we can really get the youngsters involved in giving back and philanthropy at a young age, and I think that'll pay dividends moving forward. Churches are a great place, and other just local businesses. In 5 years, I'd like to see S.O.C.S as a real force in homeless charity. We'll definitely continue to give S.O.C.S away. I definitely would like to expand the offerings in terms of what we provide for people in the street. And I think ultimately, I'd like to provide some kind of solution for homelessness in general. I think that would be the long-term vision. Because a lot of times, things just happen, and to provide some kind of resource to get people back on their feet so they can feel good about themselves and be a contributing member to society, that's an exciting thing. So if we can grow to something like that, that would be amazing.
Okay. What's your plan today?
The plan is to just identify who's out here first and foremost, and just walk up to them, say hello, and ask them if they'd like some new fresh socks. Pretty simple plan. That's what I like about it. It's real simple. So I see this gentleman right over here. I'll start with him. There may be some people across the park. It's hard to tell from this vantage point. So I'm just going to take a couple of socks. I think they're all men that I see right now, and just walk up to them and see what see what's going on. I also have a couple pair of shoes in here, so if they wear a size 12, they in luck.
Oh, all right. All right. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It costs money to do what we do. It costs money just to get back and forth to where the homeless folks are so that we can give them the materials and the resources. Flyers, brochures, there are just certain inherent costs in just making this a possibility. So anything that you can do to just help us continue working, that would be great. And also so that we can expand what we do. When we go out, like for instance, right now it's wintertime, it's cold. I would love to be able to bring hot chocolate, sandwiches, and other food items along with socks to make it even more comfortable and amenable to the people out there. And so the only way we can do that is with your help. You can donate a couple ways. So visit us on the website at S.O.C.K.S Movement.org. Email us directly at S.O.C.K.S Movement@gmail.com and we can give you some more information. You can also click the link on our website to our Amazon wish list. If you're connected to Amazon, that could be a really streamlined way to see what we need and send it right out to us. I feel like God gave me this idea, so I really don't take any ownership of it, but I take the stewardship of it very seriously. And so aside from the fact that I like helping people, aside from the fact that I know what it's like to not have a home, I feel like this is something that God wants me to do, and so that is why it's so important to me.
This is what life is all about, y'all. Like, real talk. Like, this is everything right here.
Everything. Everything.